You want to grow your business, but how do you know if it's the right time? Scaling too early can break your business, but waiting too long and you can miss your opportunity altogether. Here are 5 signs that your business is ready to scale. All right, guys, but before we dive in, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that like button. A lot of you watching these videos are watching these videos, and unfortunately, you are not subscribed. And that does me no good for the algorithm. So if you could, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If these videos are blessing you, go ahead and share these with somebody else and bless them with it too. You're not gonna wanna miss our next video. We're gonna be talking about passive income, scaling without burning out. All right, so sign number 1, if demand is exceeding your capacity. If you're constantly turning down work, burning out, or extending timelines, that's a clear signal that you're at capacity. When demand outpaces what you can do solo, it means your offer is working, but it also means it's probably time to hire somebody. This is something that many entrepreneurs struggle with, even myself. This has been one of the hardest things for me to do. Because why? Who do you trust more than yourself? I don't know if anybody's gonna care as much as I care. And honestly, you can't really expect them to. It's not their business, it's your business. That makes it hard to find really good help, but really, you have no choice. You have to do it because you can't do all the work by yourself, and you're not gonna always be able to do the work yourself. So you're gonna have to let go of that rope at some point. Here's a stat. 42% of small business owners say they missed out on major growth opportunities because they waited too long to expand. Whoa, 42%. Here's sign number 2. You have consistent revenue. Consistent revenue is something that scares people away from starting a business to begin with. So if you're running a small business and you have consistent revenue, you're in an amazing spot already, because you're getting that consistent revenue that people are scared to miss out on from a regular 9 to 5. If you're consistently hitting your income, that's sign number 2 that you are ready to scale. Scaling without steady income is like building a house on sand. It might look good for a second, but one wave and it's gone. So you've got recurring clients, sales are happening regularly. You've got at least 3 to 6 months of this occurring consistently. Then that is sign number 2 that you can scale your business. I've been doing this type of work for a while, right? I've been doing this since maybe 2015 for everybody else. I decided to go on my own 2022. And when I started, it was very sketchy. Some months I was doing good, some months I wasn't doing that good. And I had a bar that I had to hit in my mind to where we could survive, right? And that bar was, I need to make at least $3,000 a month so that I can make ends meet, pay the bills I need to pay, and we'll be good. Mind you, that was just baseline, right? That was just breaking even. And it went like that probably for a while. So when I started seeing the income rise to 4,000 a month consistently, 5,000 a month consistently, and beyond, I was like, okay, it's time to expand. Predictability is not boring. It's leverage. Story time. How Airbnb scaled after stabilizing. Airbnb didn't try to scale until they figured out their revenue model. Early on, they were literally selling cereal to fund the business. But once bookings became consistent and reliable, that's when they scaled, and their business is now worth billion. Don't skip the boring stuff. Consistency gives you permission to scale. Sign number 3, your processes are repeatable. Can your business run without you having to explain everything from scratch every time? If yes, that's a green light. Systems equals scalability. If you don't have documents for your onboarding, for your processes, how you deal with customers, how you deal after customers, your invoicing, how you send that out, you need processes. That way you can hand it off to somebody else. If you don't have that now, it's time to start. You can start with free things like Google Docs, voice notes, sheets. As a matter of fact, I highly recommend Google Workplace. It has all the tools you need to organize your business. So here's sign number 4. You can delegate without chaos. Hiring help should free you, not stress you out. If you can clearly assign tasks, hand off responsibilities, and trust the outcome, that's a major sign. This means that you've trained somebody and they delivered. You're not bottlenecking every decision. And bottlenecking means that everybody has to come to you to make decisions, right? You have to let some of that go. You can't micromanage. And you're not afraid to let go of some control. And that was very hard for me. So here's a stat. Businesses that delegate effectively grow 3 times faster than those that don't. Here's a personal example. I just recently started to hire people, and it's been really hard for me to do that. Why? Because I like to provide excellence to my clients, right? I like to make sure that if I send something off, it's something that I'm very proud of myself. It's something that I would use myself. And I want to make sure that the people that I work with have that same mentality of excellence. I recently gave off graphic design, and I recently gave off editing. Now, mind you, I trust these people very much because it's my brother-in-law and my real brother, and it was still tough to trust them. So imagine hiring some randoms. You might start off being a little bit micromanagey in the beginning, but sometimes you gotta let them fly. And currently my brother is having a real struggle editing with Final Cut, but he'll get it. All right, sign number 5. You're ready to reinvest. Scaling takes resources, so if you're willing to reinvest back into your company, that is a good sign. Whether it's for better tools or marketing, that is good. You want to reinvest in automation tools, contractors or freelancers, better branding, websites, and ad spend. These days with AI, right? Automation tools, it's like having somebody working for you without having to hire somebody working for you. So these automation tools are tools that are going to help you do your job more efficiently, consistently, the same over and over, and they can handle the tasks that nobody likes to do. Setting up documents after you've talked to your client, right? And then you have automation tool, sends them a thank you, tells them next steps. Before, you would have to send them an invoice, you send the email, you do everything, you write it down. Now there's tools for that. So look up automation tools that can help you and your system. Contractors or freelancers, like I said, this is very hard, but you need the help. You can't do it all yourself, because at some point you're gonna have to deal with lead acquisition, getting more clients to put into your pipeline to make more money, and you're gonna have to trust people to execute. And this is a hard step for me, but you gotta do it. Better branding, websites, and ads. Now, I can't stress how much people need this, and these are some of the services that I provide. But if you don't have a good website, if you don't have good branding, and if you don't have ads running so that you can continue to get lead acquisition, how do you expect people to find you in your business? If they weren't seeing you before, how do you think they're gonna find you now if you haven't changed anything from what you're doing for people to find you? If you just have a website, but you're not bringing people to your website, how do you think they're going to find you? And people think that SEO is all they need, but SEO is really going to help you if people are searching online for the keywords that your website has been optimized for. Guess what? If people aren't searching anymore on Google or things like that, and they're using AI to find things nowadays, then you might have to find people somewhere else. And that's where ads come in. So one of the scariest things is to spend money before you see the money coming in. But that's why people say it takes money to make money. I spend close to maybe $400 a week to get leads. And that seems like a lot, but it pays for itself. Because if I'm paying $400 for leads, but every time I get a lead, that lead is equal to $1,200, then you do the math. 1,200 minus 400, you get the point. Don't spend like an employee, invest like a CEO. So if you got demand, steady income, systems, a team, and a mindset to reinvest, you're not just ready to grow, you're ready to scale. And you can do that on purpose and with confidence. All right, guys, so let me know which of these signs applies to your business right now. Go ahead and let me know in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and subscribe, like, follow, hit the bell, all the things, you know, everything that everybody tells you that you got to do with their videos. And if you like these videos, go ahead and do that for this video, please. On the next video, we're going to be talking about passive income, scaling without burnout. That's it, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.